Hello, I'm Doug Stenclik with Cripple Creek Backcountry, and today we're looking at the Lange XT3 Tour Pro. And this is actually my boot right here. So I've had this boot for about 2 seasons, so I thought I'd do a quick and dirty review of just my general experience with it. First thing I would say is this is not my typical boot. Almost every boot I ski is like a Scarpa F1 down to like a race boot. So it was a big deal for me to get a full 4-buckle Alpine overlap boot, power strap, the whole deal. The Lange XT3 series has been out for like several years, and this is the first really tour specific one, and that's why it got my attention. They opened up the range of motion in the cuff to 54 degrees. It's about 99 last, so it's about a nice middle of the range last compared to most Langes, can be pretty narrow, and has a good high instep that really worked well with my foot. But the biggest deal is it's 130 flex, which means this boot is like really made to ski downhill. What I found from just skiing it compared to my Scarpa F1 LTs is that it really softened up that progressive flex. When you say 130 on the flex chart, it's like a little ambiguous depending on what brand it is. I actually think some of the really light boots ski really stiff, but there's no feel to it, and it's like slamming into a brick wall. With this boot, the harder I put into it, the more the boot gave, and the more it gave back to me. So I really recommend for pushing with anything bigger than like a 100 underfoot ski. This was an awesome boot for my quiver. The walk mode in the back is super easy to operate. It comes with this pull tab. I never found any icing or any issues getting into it. What I did find is if you want to feel even close to that 54 degrees of cuff articulation, you'll want to open this power strap all the way and leave both of these buckles on the cuff all the way open. They're made to sit flat like that under your pant leg, and that will really let you feel the full articulation of the boot. Buckles are great. Unlike many touring boots out there, these are straight Alpine buckles made to be a little bit lighter. They have the micro adjust in it if you're like in between ladder placements. The ladders up here are also movable if when you put it in right out of the box, it's a little tight on your calf. For anybody new to ski touring, a boot like this is ideal because it's really not going to operate that much different than your regular Lange Alpine boots. And Lange's been the brand I've been skiing in for 15 years. So besides that, in the back, there is no cuff alignment adjustment. In some of like the bigger, heavier versions, you can start really adjusting that cuff alignment. Other than that, the liner was probably the weakest part for me. They say heat moldable, but I think if you really wanted a full custom fit, I would look at taking this liner out and maybe putting an aftermarket Intuition liner on it. But all things considered, really happy with this boot. I felt like it toured well for a boot of its size. I think the weight comes in right around 1,500 grams, so it's definitely on the heavier side, but that comes in about 200 grams lighter than other boots in its class. So if you're looking for a more free ride oriented Alpine touring boot that can push a bigger ski, I'd really recommend the Lange XT3 Tour Pro. Thanks for checking out Cripple Creek Backcountry. Thanks for watching our videos. Hope you found it helpful.